Coming to our comfortable lying down position, whether that's knees bent up or the feet flat out on the mat. The arms by the side are just resting on the body. And just taking, a few moments. Oh God, sorry, I'm pressing wrong buttons. To get comfortable here. Just settling into the mat. Just feeling the body becoming heavy. And that chin tucked in just so the back of the neck is long. As we tune into our breaths, observing that rising expansion of the chest as we inhale, and the tummy that follows too. And on the exhale, as the tummy lowers and the chest contracts. Just hearing the sounds of each breath as well. And as we settle in, focusing only on the breath, just allowing that mind to clear. Any thoughts just drifting away. As our attention draws inwards, and just enjoying the stillness and the peace. And just letting go, focusing only on you, only on now. And then gradually, as that breath lengthens, it's beginning to feel a lightness in the body. Becoming aware and present of the connection with the floor. And we'll combine breath with movement. So if you haven't already, just bringing the arms, palms facing down by your sides. And on your inhale, just reaching up onto the floor behind you with those arms. Not holding, just exhaling all the way back down. Twice more to your breath. Inhale, reaching, stretching over. And exhaling down. And then when you've had those three, bringing those arms back down by the sides, leaving them here. We're just going to change the breath up. So working with an energizing breath. Leaving the arms where they are. Take a nice, deep, long inhale as we fill everything up. And your exhale, empty the breath. As those arms come onto the floor behind. Now when they come on, holding that exhale, only as long as you like. And on the inhale, arms back down by the sides. Now we'll repeat this twice more. Take a pause between each move if you like. But exhale over, emptying everything. So that tummy draws to the lower spine and up a little. Inhaling down again. Final one. Exhale, reaching over. So that tummy draws back and up. As we hold. Inhale back down to the sides, leaving the arms here. And just taking a few long, deep breaths. Observing the difference now. And then, let's just give the neck a rock from side to side. As we rotate around the neck. Lovely. And then in time, that head back to center. And if they're not already, let's inhale as we bend these knees up, soles of the feet on the mat. Ready for pelvic tilting. Now we're going to move into bridge in a little bit. So if you want to bring the heels into the hips close now, please do. But the heels wherever they are, palms face down by the sides. As we inhale, a gentle press through the legs, just so that lifts the hips up just a fraction. As we exhale, those hips lower, breath by breath. So as we inhale up, that small curve of the lower spine flattens on the mat. As we exhale down, that natural curve returns. The micro movement, just awakening the hips and the lower spine. Now, we can start to move into full bridge if you want. But before you do, make sure those heels are very close into those hips. Palms face down. And as we inhale, lifting these hips up to the ceiling. Not holding. Exhale, peeling the spine down, massaging it down. Twice more this way. Inhaling and lift. Exhale slowly down. Now when you've had those three, we can inhale up and hold. If you don't wish to hold, don't. But if you're holding, inhale, lifting the hips up. On the exhale, you can have a gentle press through the palms. Now we can hold maybe for 3 breaths, maybe for less. And when you've had those 3, gently exhale, peeling down. Those hips lower. And let's counter stretch. As we take a hold of each knee individually, drawing it out and up to the sides of our chest. Now whether you're hugging them in or having a rock, it's your choice. And then, in time, let's just hug both knees together. Whether it's around the knees or the thighs, your choice. Again, either rocking or still. Lovely. And back to center in your time. As we inhale, the arms and legs up into the air. As much as a bend so everything can hang. Just giving those ankles and wrists a rotate if you like. It's being sure to go both ways. And then Let's give them a nice loose shake off. But just make sure the arms and shoulders are nice and loose too. Maybe a little bit into the hips. And then we'll work our way up to sit. So whether you're hugging around the thighs as you rock up, or rolling over to a side if you prefer. Oh. Lovely. Finding your comfortable seated position. Now, just as a challenge, before we get too comfy, if you're sitting cross-legged, I think you know what I'm going to say. Have the legs the other way around. Now, you probably know this is the wrong way, and that's fine. As we inhale, finding that lift in the chest, rooting it all down through those sit bones as well. Always that little bit longer. And then, as we always do, let's work through the neck. As we exhale, looking up, stretching the front. Inhaling to center. Looking down in your exhale. Every inhale to center. And then ears to shoulders. Final side, your breath. We're only doing one round, so when you come back, you can circle that head around if you like. And if you've gone one way, going the other as well. And as we come back, let's have that nice loose shake off. And then let's move it down a little. Said we were going to the hips. So if it's comfy for you, let's just bring these soles of the feet together. Now, maybe these soles of the feet are way out in front. Maybe they come in close. If you're bringing them in quite close, just be quite cautious. I haven't warmed them up too much yet. Now, if you want, you can hold on to each of the feet. But if you are, just maintaining that length in the spine. The shoulders are dropping. And as we stay here, what you'll probably find, just gravity kind of just drawing these knees down, opening the hips up. Now only if you want, with a hold of each feet, you can just peel them open a little bit like a book. And that will really get into the hips. So the exhale, just allowing that release. And then, from here, we'll just release the hands off. Now you can come back if you like to your normal cross-legged position, or maybe those legs are out in front. Just feeling those hips opening nicely. And we'll move back up into the sides. As we inhale, one arm up. Then reaching that up. As we exhale over. Now as we hold here, whether the elbow is on the floor or it's bent, that top arm reach, just feeling into this side. So you move to the other side. You can inhale one arm or both up. And exhaling over. top arm reaches a little in the inhale. With each exhale, it's giving into the side. As we inhale, back up, both hands up together. And everything down, heart center. So shoulders drop too. As we work our way through to all fours, whether that's rolling over the knees or any other way that you want. Now, whether you're on palms or it's fists, those knees under the hips, it's finding that length in the chest. So we're not collapsed in it, the chest is lifted, nice. And you can probably guess, let's inhale up into cat. You look up, exhaling down. You take it slow. It's feeling into each vertebrae of the spine. Compressing the discs and making space. Just awakening it. And combine that breath with movement. And only when you've worked evenly. As we on the exhale with the spine curled, sinking it all back to your child position. And adjusting so it's comfortable. That chest and head sinking down to the mat. Just tuning into our breaths. Settling here. It's feeling the body give in. And then I'm going to work our way into a short sequence. So in your inhale, just coming back up to all fours. Now, before we move, I'll just tell you what's happening. So we're coming up into dog, and then three-legged dog, then into lunge, then a nice wee twist. If you need to adapt it, you can. But if we're going for it, let's tuck our toes under. Inhale, lifting those hips, downward dog. As we exhale, sinking the chest and head through. Now you can sneak a quick walk from foot to foot if you like, stretching into the back of those legs. And then, so this is optional. If you wish, you can inhale as one leg lifts, three-legged dog, holding just for a breath. And on the exhale, bending that leg in the air as it slowly sinks through into our lunge. Lovely. Now, of course, it's optional. The back leg can be down. I'm going with back leg down tonight. That's better. Or the leg can be straight. Now, as we hold this lunge, most of the weight on the foot, we can give these wrists a rest. And then I said we were going into a twist. So the hand that is not on the side of the front foot, you can plant that down, whether it's fingertips or palms or fists. As we inhale, opening up over the front leg. You can look up if you're balanced, making space between both of the palms. As we exhale slowly, planting that palm again. Now optional, we can step back into three-legged dog, or you can come into all fours and then child. But if you're coming into three-legged dog, inhale up. Exhale, just send that foot back down, four-legged dog. Then, all on an exhale, let's sink everything back, child position. So down via all fours and tucking the toes, hips back. We can take a few moments of rest here. Observing the hips and leg that you've just worked. You probably feel a little imbalanced. Long, deep, energizing breaths. And then, let's work the other side. So, optional. It can all be on the inhale as we lift up into dog. Or you can take a few breaths as we tuck the toes, hips up. That's it, sinking the chest and head through. Again, have that quick walk if you want. And then, three-legged dog. Inhaling the other leg up if you want. And on an exhale, so bend the leg in the air, slowly sinking through to lunge. Wow. Option of dropping the back knee if you want. Holding our lunge. Feeling the hips and back thighs opening on this side. And then into the twist. Whether it's palms, fists, or fingertips. As we inhale, opening over this leg. Looking up if you're balanced. Exhale, planting that palm back down. Option again, three-legged dog or all fours and then child. So tucking the back toes under. Inhale. That leg swings up. As we step it back down. All four-legged dog. All on an exhale. All fours. And back into child. Just letting the breath settle here. And observing this side that you've just worked as well. And then observing both sides. Lovely. And then in your time, from our child, can we keep our chest and head nice and low as we slither through to lie on our fronts? In your inhale, just slithering through. And what we'll do, to begin, we'll tuck the elbows under the shoulders, those palms facing down on the mat. And we'll just have a subtle back bend going on. We're lifting ourselves up if you're not already. The shoulders are under the elbows. It's not full cobra yet. Alison. There we go. And the gaze is kind of not quite looking forward, just slightly down. Now, we have the option to stay here if you prefer, or we can work into Cobra. So if you're coming to Cobra, let's exhale, peeling the chest and head down. As we bring these palms in line with the chest, those elbows pointing back. And on your inhale, as we power through the arms, lifting the chest and head up. Doesn't matter how high up you go. Now exhale down, tensing the buttocks, peeling the spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. Twice more. Inhale and lift. Exhale, peeling down. Final one. Shoulders dropping when you're up. Exhale down. Now, you can just rest a cheek on the mat, just very briefly. As that body settles into the mat here. Now, again, we have two options. We can come into all fours and then dog, or we can actually come into dog from here. If you want to come into dog from here, tuck those toes under. On the inhale, it's almost as if you're coming up into Cobra, but then you're swinging the hips up. If you prefer to do all fours, please do that. Again, as that chest and head sink through. You can sneak that walk if you like. Or just enjoy the stillness. And then in your time, let's walk it forward to a forward fold. Hands to the feet, and the feet to the hands. Whether the hands are hanging or you're holding the elbows. And with a slight bend in the knees, still allowing the lower spine to release. Now, just to provide a little bit more strength for the lower back, we have options. So we're inhaling to a flat back position. You can hold the hips if you like. If you want to make it a bit stronger, maybe those arms reach forward. This is just a held position. Just helps strengthen the lower back and the thighs. It's very good if you sit down a lot. On our next exhale though, let's just swing it all forward again. Forward fold. Just releasing into it here. And then, in your time, let's slowly uncurl ourselves as we come up to our standing position. With those feet nice and planted on the mat. Finding that length in the spine. Chin tucked in. Shoulders dropping. And the living room collapsing. There we go. Shoulders dropping, chin tucked in. Now we've done quite a lot of strengthening stuff so far. So let's just wiggle. So we just want everything to be nice and loose. The hips are bouncy, Shoulders are bouncy. That's it, get the feet in as well. Has anyone got a theme tune? There we go. And let's just start to slow that down. Oh, that's much better. As we sink down. Again with those feet planted. Our usual move. Inhale, reaching up. Looking up with that subtle back bend. As we exhale back, heart center. Twice more. And on the third time, you can incorporate a lot bigger back bend if you like. Inhale, reaching up, sighing the breath away. We inhale, palms together, and all the way back down. Those arms drop. And let's go back to the strengthening stuff, shall we? So we're coming in to Warrior Two. So inhaling up nice and tall. Exhale, big step forward. Roughly a leg distance. Front toes forward, back toes just kind of pointing in a bit. Hips to the side or just slightly off. As we inhale, finding that lift. The hands on the hips. Let's exhale as we bend the front leg. Taking that peak so that knee and ankle are in alignment. Every inhale as that chest lifts. You can bring the arms up as well if you like. And looking over the front fingers too if you feel balanced. Using the breath, calming and stilling. Each inhale almost as if the arms are becoming longer and the spine. Can we exhale and sink? Oh yes we can. Lovely. And then on an exhale, we're going the other way than usual. We're swinging it back. Exhaling up. Can we inhale, reaching the top arm a little. Big exhale again, bringing everything forward. Elbow on thigh. That back arm can wrap around just on the lower back. Just opening this top shoulder. We inhale this top arm up. Now only if you want, exhale. Does that top arm go forward? Get a wonderful side stretch. If it doesn't, just inhale it back up. The option of the front arm can extend or it can stay on the thigh. And if you want again, inhaling, straightening the leg. Big inhale, everything up. Oh, we can sigh these arms away. Little sugar. Just point these toes forward or out to the side. I'm just going to take a wide leg forward bend. So inhaling tall. Now you can exhale, curling down if you like. Now whether those arms rest on the floor in front, you hold the ankles, or maybe the elbows. Just something that's nice and comfortable and relaxing for you. matching our breaths here. And let's inhale and curling back up. Lovely. Now we have two options. You can reset yourself if you need to, or you can swivel what was the back toes forward and what was the front ones back. So whenever we found our position, the hands on the hips, inhaling as that chest is lifted. As we exhale, front leg bends. Again, taking that check, that knee and ankle in a nice straight line. Inhale, lifting the spine and chest up. Those arms can come up to join. Maybe looking over the front fingers. Allow the shoulders to drop. Using the breath. Inhaling energy and length. Do we exhale and release? Maybe lower a tad. The second side feels a lot harder. So on the next exhale, let's swing everything back. Front arm reaches up. We inhale, lifting that arm up. Exhale, swinging everything forward. Elbow on thigh, back arm wrapping around. Opening that top shoulder. If you want, inhaling that back arm up. Optional, you can exhale as that front arm in the air reaches forward. Doesn't have to. As we inhale that arm in the air, pointing up again. Maybe the front arm reaches down further or it stays on the thigh. And we can inhale, front leg lengthening as well. And then big inhale. Lowering those arms. Now, not going wide leg forward, zigzagging it all in. Just have that shake, wiggle off. And just bring everything into it. I think we've worked everywhere. Oh, no, we're not going there yet. But I think we just need to settle the breath again. Rooting down through those feet, shoulders drop, chin tucked in. We know this one well. Inhaling up. Now remember, the inhale is as slow as the movement. Exhaling, heart center. Adjust the speed so it matches your breath. Twice more. And then the exhale. Back to heart center. Let those hands drop to the side. Now with these planted feet, can we just shift the weight? So rather than lift the toes as we usually do, can we almost just lean forward a little? Maybe out to the side. And you'll feel all the different areas in those feet just activating. Lovely. If we've gone one way, can we go the other? I'm sorry, I'm really smiling at this. It's all as if we're on a rocky ferry. In time, let's just slow that back down. And those feet should be nice and awake for a balance. Let's have a quick walk in the knees, just so the knees are loose. So they're a bit bouncy. And then, usual drill, as we inhale, one heel lifting. If that happens, as that chest lifts as well. Excellent. Sorry, I did forget to mention the wall. Inhale that knee up in front. And this standing leg, it's about that bouncy knee. Can we exhale that knee out to the side? We have the arm as a balance, maybe the wall. Remember, chest is lifting with each inhale. And in time, let's tuck the foot in to wherever it goes, whether it's up high or maybe the toes are touching the floor. And you found the stillness. As we inhale, reaching up, exhaling down, heart center. So shoulders drop. If you're holding the wall, arm and opposite shoulder. As we tune into our breaths, finding that calm and stillness. And always rooting down through the standing foot. As we exhale, slowly releasing. Just that quick walk, just planting this opposite foot down. And when we're ready, inhaling that other heel up, feeling that lift in the chest. As we inhale this leg in front. And in your time, that's it. Exhaling it out to the side, we have the arm as a balance. And then tucking the foot in. When you're ready, that's it. As we inhale, reaching up. Palms down, heart center, resting on the opposite shoulder. Settling in on this side. Every inhale, finding that lift. Exhale, rooting down. Maybe this is your good side, maybe not. We're all in balance in different ways. Just finding the stillness within. And as we exhale, releasing slowly. We can have that rotate, shake off whatever we need. And then we'll work our way down to the floor. So we're going to come down to flat back position first. So inhale, finding the lift, hands on hips. Exhale, tipping forward, slight bend in those knees. Now at halfway, as we hold, almost breathing that spine in longer. Exhale and fold. Those arms can fall as well. Whether they're holding the elbows or the toes or ankles, whatever it is for you. Giving the head a little wiggle, just so it's nice and loose. And in time, we can inhale, stepping through to dog. As we plant the palms, stepping the feet back. Now you can hold for a few breaths if you want. We've been up a lot already tonight, so maybe you prefer to come down to all fours and then child. But if you're still up, in the next breath or two, just think about rolling down, all fours, sinking back into our child position, and adjusting so it's comfortable for you. That chest and head sinking to the mat, tuning into that breath, finding the calm and stillness within, observing where we've worked. Energizing each area with the breath, releasing any tension on the exhale. And as we inhale, coming through to all fours, just to come to lie down any way you want, whether that's crossing the ankles as we roll over them, shuffling to the front of the mat with a loose bend in these legs. Now, where are we at? Yep. I think we know how this works. Inhaling that spine long, those arms lengthened, as we work the core, peeling the spine down to the last thing down, it's the shoulders and then the head. And when you're down, you can just hug those knees into the chest. Whether you're having a rock or enjoying the stillness, it's making sure that chin is tucked in. Now, if you're rocking, coming back to center, as we move into a twist, inhaling the arms out to shoulder height. As we exhale, those knees falling over to any side. And if it's comfortable for you, looking over the opposite shoulder. And as we hold here, observing the breath on this side of the open lung. Exhale as that body just gives into the twist. And in time, let's move it to the other side. As we inhale to center, exhaling over. Just releasing around here. And looking over this shoulder, if it's comfortable for you. As we inhale again, back to center. The arms can stay here if they like, or you can adjust them. Let's just bring these legs up in the air. Again, as much as a bend, so they can just stay here quite relaxed. So you just observe that lower back is being pressed onto the mat. And then, as we inhale, Just going to take a hug around the back of the thighs. In your time, can we just slowly draw these thighs in a little closer? Now, if these legs in the air want to come down, just let that happen. And that'll just push that lower back just a little bit more on the mat. Again, maybe a rock or just stillness. And then, inhaling, those legs up. You can bring the arms up to join them. You can have that slow rotate if you like. Make sure to go both ways. And then that loose shake off. As we inhale, the arms through the legs, taking a hold of the outer edges of the feet, maybe the ankles or legs. So his knees draw out and up to the side of the chest. And whether you're rocking or still, it's all up to you. And then, in time, take any final stretches you feel you need. Just coming down as you find your relaxation position, whatever that may be. Making sure the back of the neck is long. So you just settle into the mat. Tuning back into our breaths. To hear the sound each one makes. And just that relaxing release with each exhale. And then draw the breath around the body. Inhaling energy. Exhale, releasing tension. Crown of the head. Forehead. Eyes, nose. Mouth and cheeks. Chin, jaw and ear. Front and back of the neck. Collarbone and shoulders. Upper arms. Elbows. Lower arms. Wrists. Front and back of the palms. Fingers and fingertips. the upper chest and upper back. Ribs and mid-back. Tummy and lower back. Hips and pelvic floor. Front and back of the thighs. Knees. Calves and shin. Ankles. Heels. Balls of the feet. And toes. The whole body. The whole body. Gently drawing your attention back to this moment. To hear the sounds, the air touch your skin. You can begin to wiggle toes and fingers as you make small movements. If you like, inhaling those arms onto the floor behind you for a gentle stretch. And in your time, to bring those arms back down and hug the knees into the chest, whether still or rocking. As we roll ourselves onto any side, we open the eyes here and gently lifting ourselves up to our comfortable seated position, finding that spine long and light and the body calm and energized. Inhaling that lift as we exhale, rooting down through the sit bone. And just for a few last conscious breaths. As we inhale, reaching the palms up above. Exhaling them back to heart center. As we bow our heads. Namaste.